Lab book. Let's get registered. Let's get started.
This video is designed to help you get logged on to Mywritinglabcom. To begin, you'll simply need to go to Mywritinglabcom. You're going to want to focus on this box down here, which is the Register or Buy Access box. And you'll begin by clicking here on the Students icon. The next page that you'll see is the student registration page, and you're going to want to click on the I already have an access code if you purchased your textbook new from the bookstore. If you did, then you should have received something that looks very similar to this, and that's a student access code. That student access code would have been included in either the front or the back of your textbook. You'll simply break the seal here along the right hand edge and unfold the card. After you've unfolded that card, you'll notice that there's a 30-digit code up at the top of that card. Those 30 letters are what your access code will be for Mywritinglab.com. So you're going to click here on this button, which is the I already have an access code button. You will scroll down to the bottom of the user agreement. You can't change those terms in any way, so you should just accept them. Do you already have a Pearson account? If this is your first time to use Mywritinglab.com or MyMathLab.com, you're going to click on No. If you have already used it in the past, let's say in another semester in another class, then you'll click on Yes. We are going to create a login name, and we recommend that you use something like a commonly used email address, an email address that you use a great deal, and you just input that email address there into the login name. And after you've done that, you're going to want to check on the availability and check and make sure and see if that login name has been used. If it's a more common name like Cowboy or something like that, you'll see a red X in that field. And if you see a red X in that field, that means that your name's not available, and that's not a name that you can use for this process. Next, you're going to want to create a password, and you'll see here that right now it indicates that the password is too short, that it does not have enough detail. And once you get 8 characters with at least one letter being a number and one letter being a letter, then it will indicate that your password is good and that you can use that as your password. You'll then want to enter that access code, which we talked about just a moment ago. I'm going to go ahead and do that process, and then I'll click on the next button. Alright, I've input my access code into the fields down at the bottom of the page, and I'm now ready to move forward with the registration process. I'll click on Next, and that will take me to the next field, which is the account information field. I'm simply going to input my name. Make sure that you input your name exactly as you would like to see it in Mywritinglab. If you use lowercase, then that's how it's going to refer to you every time you log in. And then I'm going to input my email address, preferably the one that I used to set up my account just a moment ago. The next field, I need to select a location, and of course we will choose the United States. Next, I'm going to input my zip code, and it's very important that you use the school's zip code, the osu-okc school's zip code. That's how Mywritinglab.com is going to find which school you go to. So you will click here on the option of Oklahoma State University OKC campus, and you'll select that one from the drop-down menu. Next, it's going to ask you a security question, and you just input which type of question you would like to be asked and what the correct answer is to that question. Next, you will click off on this box here, and that will prevent Pearson from sending you information about products or services that will help you succeed. You're finished with that login screen, and now you just need to click on Next. The next page that you will see is a confirmation and a summary, and it says that you've successfully subscribed to Pearson Education Online Project. Please print this page as your receipt. So you'll click on the blue hyperlink, and you'll simply print the login information. And the last thing that it'll ask you to do is to log on now, and this is important because you're not quite done yet. You haven't actually joined your professor's course. So instead of starting off down here, now you're already registered. You'll come up here to the top button and click Login. And you will, of course, type in your email address that you used and type in your password. It's very important that you wrote down the password and the login name that you chose in the other screens. Now I'll click on Login. And the next field, the next screen, will ask me if I want to work on my own or join my instructor's course. Your instructor will not have access to your assignments and will not be able to grade your work unless you join their course. And they gave you a login code, probably started off with writing and looked something very similar to this login code. They probably emailed that to you. They probably put it on the home page of their Desire to Learn page. They probably wrote it on the dry erase board during the first week of class. Make sure that you type that word into this field, or that password into that field exactly, and that will be your course ID. That's going to allow you to join your individual instructor's course. Next, you'll click on Submit. And if the section number that you see matches the section number that you're enrolled in, and if the course instructor's name that you see matches the course instructor name of the professor who's teaching your class, then you have successfully logged on to Mywritinglabcom, and you can simply click here to begin working. You should see a screen very similar to that, and you'll be able to navigate simply by clicking on the folders up here at the top. And you should be able to log in and to begin working on your assignments as they are due. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and more importantly, I hope that it makes the process of you logging on to Mywritinglab.com much easier. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to contact your instructor. They can help you walk through the process. Thank you.
That was easy.